In this session, I'm going to show you how to make this delicious Farinata slice. This is a large one. I do this with some of my beautiful guests on retreats at times when I'm teaching how to make delicious plant-based food. So if that is you, let me know. And this is just a reminder. So this is a slice that I've made using chickpea flour as a binder, and it's a wonderful high protein food. Let me put this down because it's hot. So I'm using a chickpea flour as a binder. It makes a delicious slice. You've got vegetables in there. You've also got a beautiful, playful art topping, and it's a wonderful way just to weave in different vegetables. It's a wonderful way to play with your food. It's a wonderful way to get a delicious, highly nutritious, high protein, jam-packed with nourishing vitamins, minerals, and other essential foods for optimal health. I'm going to show you the large version, which is about 9 inches, and you can chop this up. You can serve it hot. Works really nicely hot along with a salad medley. It works nicely hot along with wedges and beans as part of a dinner as well. I've made this to take hiking with me, so I'm going to let it cool down, slice it up, and then it makes a really delicious cold lunchbox grab and go snack as well, and very sustaining. I'm gonna post a version if you want to do a smaller version, say a 6-inch or a 9-inch. Just modify and adapt depending on what container you have. You need a heat-proof dish. It can be tin, it can be Pyrex, it can be square, it can be oval. I'm doing it round. Just use your imagination. Use whatever you have available. You can make it thick, cook it a bit longer. You can make it even thinner, just cook it less time as well. The toppings are quite exciting because you can use whatever you have available. So tomatoes work nicely, peppers, anything green like chives or spring onions, rosemary. I'm going to leave a list of all the different things you can use. It's often best to use kind of a less is more approach on the toppings as well. I'm going to show you also what my beautiful guests and students made. Super impressive. So let's go and make this delicious Farinata playful slice, and please let me know what you come up with. Send me a photo. So we've got 225 grams of chickpea flour. You can also use besan flour. It has a couple of other names too. A teaspoon of cumin seed, a heaped teaspoon of sea salt to your preferred taste, and a heaped tablespoon of onion powder or onion granules. Give that a little bit of a mix in. Just push out any lumps that you might have in the chickpea flour. Next, I'm going to add, so I've got this lazy chili. You can add a bit of chili in. This is about half a teaspoon, just to give it a nice little kick. 225 mils of water, 225 mils of passata. If you don't have passata, just get some tomatoes from a tin and blend them up, or just blend up some roasted tomatoes. And then you want to mix this in. You don't want any lumps in the chickpea flour, so you need to make it into a batter. And you can see how you've got lumps in there. You can mix that in, push it down with the back of the spoon. The easiest thing to do here is get a hand blender in, and then you know that you won't have any lumps. Alternatively, just give it a couple of minutes of mixing and that'll be just as good. You see, if you just get a hand blender in, and really quickly you get like a lump-free batter there. I'm going to add in, this is mainly carrot, so I'm going to put in carrot. There's a little bit of beetroot in there because I don't quite have enough carrot. You can use any root veggie. You can use sweet potato, parsnip. Mix it in. And when you bake this in the oven, that grated veg is going to bake. The next thing I'm going to do is get a flan dish. You can use any dish. You can use a square one as well if you want. This is about 9.5 inches across, so something like 9 to 10 inches, let's say. I often use one that's 6 inches or 8 inches. If you use a smaller one, it's just going to make a thicker slice, and that's absolutely fine. If you use a different shape, it's just the ratio is just going to be slightly different. You want to get some parchment paper, whatever size you use. Just make sure that fits on nicely. I'm going to leave recipe for this dimension. I'm also going to use a recipe so if you use a 6-inch tin or flan dish as well, just to give you options. So once you've done that, make sure it fits in nicely, and then pour in your mixture. This is going to make a fairly thin slice. Sometimes I just do fat chunky slices. Sometimes I put cooked veg in as well. I might just cut some chunks of sweet potato or butternut squash and roast them in the oven, and then use those as well. I'll leave some other recipe links to give you other ideas for other versions of this. So this is kind of an optimal slice for a picnic food, or to go with a salad medley, or I'm going to use this as hiking food. So just spread it out so it's nice and even. And now for the fun part. So I want to make a pretty picture on the top, so I'm going to have a look and see what I've got available. I've got some red pepper, some red onion, and some chives I've just picked from my yard. Got a bit of rosemary. These are culinary cornflower petals, so they're edible flowers. I thought I'd see if we can play with those. And also I've got some sesame seeds. I'm going to think about different colours, different textures, how I can make a pretty pattern on top. And I might get some of that grated beetroot and put that on as well. Let's see what we come up with. I'm going to get super thin slices. And same with the onion, and thin it nice and slicely. That I just made a word up, nice and slicely. Just nice and thin. Just push that in a little bit. And there we go, so I've just had a nice little plate. You can see beetroot and sesame seeds, onions, nice little flower made with, or a star made with red sweet pepper, and some chives just sprinkled about merrily. So the limit is your imagination with that, and I'm actually sure that you could come up with something even better. I do this on one of my retreats, my divinely delicious residential retreat, and here are some of the things that my beautiful guests came up with, just to give you some ideas for creativity. So then pop it in a preheated oven. It needs to be about 180, 190 degrees Celsius. And just something to bear in mind, if you are going to do a thicker one or a thinner one, the cooking time is going to vary just a little bit there, so a little bit longer. It also depends on the oven that you use, because every oven seems to be different. So here we go. I baked that for about 25 minutes in the oven. It's nice and firm. So you can take that, if you're going to serve it hot, you can take it out and slice it up now. If you're going to let it cool down, what I'd suggest is just let it cool before you slice it, and then it'll slice even better. You see how well that holds together? It's nice and hot. I'm just going to let mine cool down a little bit, because I'm going to use it as a hiking snack today. So you can peel off the edges. That's the beauty about having parchment paper. It helps to take it off the parchment paper. And there we go. Slice it up, baby. You go, see how beautifully that holds together. Ooh, nice, 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 nice. I've left all the recipe and text so that you can look and that you can read about this, and you can make it along with me in the video if you want to. Remember, the limit is your imagination. Play with it. Tweak the spices in it as well. If you want to do a more herby one, if you don't like chili, you can just use warming spices or herbs. Play. Let me know what you come up with, and thank you for tuning in. I'll see you soon. Bye.